What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are just doing like a little at-home vlog, and I think I'm gonna answer some bag questions that you guys sent in on my Instagram. I am planning on doing my updated bag collection video, as well as bags I have sold and why. So those are coming up. I just need to get like a good day to film it. It's just been so cloudy lately. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's kind of like gloomy-ish right now. You guys will see more when we get downstairs, but yeah, that's my game plan for today's video. It is now like noon, so we need to get coffee and some food. Wrapping my stuff and we're heading downstairs. I'm gonna make coffee, a little bit of breakfast, even though it's afternoon. Oh, I also want to show you guys the cabinets because my custom pantry labels actually came in, and I haven't shared this on Instagram yet, but I want to give you guys a sneak peek. Also, if you follow me on TikTok, then you already saw it. So TikTok kind of got the first glimpse of it because it was just like a 15-second thing, but. Okay, now I want to show you guys the cabinets because I'm super proud of them. You guys already saw this in the little tour that Marco and I gave in this week's video, but I finally got my labels in and I'm really excited. These are from Etsy. I am going to link the shop down below. I couldn't find this exact style anymore. I don't know if they took it down, but I will link the shop. These are just like custom labels. I actually needed to get more, so because I forgot to list the tempura mix, and so that's going to be coming in, and then these are all the other ones, and I just love how it looks. That one needs to get organized. Needs to get a new bin for the crepe mix, and then that's also getting a label, so that's been really good. And these are just like additional like containers for other spices that we haven't gotten yet, but I know is essential to the kitchen. Just some rice, and we did fill the white rice one again. Over here in the pantry, we've got labels on the pasta ones, which is really nice. They're not even, but I'm gonna fix that. We also got our new shelves in for the basement, so that's in those containers. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, so I just got off FaceTime with my mom. She wanted to show me this picture of her and my dad. There's like a massive printout. She's so cute. They're still in the Philippines. They're okay though. I'm going to finish my toast and my coffee. We'll start answering some questions after that. Okay, so we have migrated back to the Clawfus, and I promise that I'm going to do a Clawfus update video like maybe next week, in a week or two, to show you guys the changes that I made. But if you follow me on TikTok, you might have already seen it. I am going to do a sit down now with the questions about bags because the lighting is just too in and out today that this is probably going to be the best resolution in terms of filming. So we're just gonna sit down, do this. If you want, go grab a snack. I already finished my coffee, though I should have probably made like a second one, but it's fine. Let me just grab water actually, because there's tons of questions. Also, just as a quick update, the Summer Fridays lasted through my breakfast and my coffee, and the Briogeo. The scalp set that I got was really good. I haven't like seen that many flakes. Then again, I haven't scratched my scalp, so that's the only way I'm really gonna know if it worked or not. I think the more consistent I am with it, I'll see a difference, but it did feel really nice in the shower, that kind of cooling, tingling sensation. So, but I really like the set, especially like with the massager and stuff. What are some designer bags you personally would not purchase and why? So a couple of the bags off the top of my head that I feel like I wouldn't purchase to just kind of generalize this answer, I probably would never get a wallet on chain just because it looks awkward on my frame. I feel like it's too tiny for me. And for the price of wallet on chains, I feel like I could just get a different bag that can serve me more of a purpose, I guess, like a little bit bigger. So wallet on chain would be one. A really popular LV bag is the Pochette Métis, and that one just personally isn't for me. I feel like there's just too much logo going on there. Maybe Celine bags, the new ones coming out, I'm not really feeling them as much. So those are just some general ones. Yeah, so that is it for that first question. What's the classic Chanel that everyone should have? Okay, so not everyone needs a Chanel bag, but obviously like the classics are the classics. I mean, if you are going to go classic with Chanel, highly recommend going pre-loved because the prices right now are just ridiculous. I don't think I would ever purchase a classic Chanel that they do every season brand new anymore just because the prices are insane. I mean, if you want something that you know is going to be timeless, I love the reissue, the Diana, classic flap, and there are just so many on the pre-loved market that you can definitely find one for a great price. Thoughts on Chanel wallet on chain? No for me, because, well, as I said, it's just not something I would personally purchase because it just looks awkward on me. And I think I could just get a better bag for that price that I can get a lot more use out of. Thoughts on Chanel Gabrielle Hobo? Let me grab it actually. So I personally love my Hobo bag. This is in the small size. I got this in Paris in 2018 when I went there with my friend Alicia. I think it's absolutely adorable. I can fit a good amount of things in it. And I just remember, I think this bag was fairly new when I got it, like the style, and I just immediately fell in love with it. This really sold me. I love this hardware and I love the mixed metals. Even though I'm primarily a gold person, I love that I can mix this with anything that I have that has silver hardware, and I just loved all the different ways that I could style it. So definitely love the Hobo bag. This is one of my favorite Paris purchases. Really happy about this one. What do you think of the Chanel Trendy CC? Oh, we are asking a lot of opinions on this Q&A. I've seen a lot of people rock it really well, and I know it's a very popular style that they bring back every season, but for me, it's just gonna pass. I feel like I need bags that can be worn with sweatshirts and hoodies, and I feel like that bag is very polished and like fancy. I don't know. It's just personally not for me. When to purchase pre-loved versus new. So you guys know that I have a couple of pre-loved bags in my collection through The RealReal and StockX. And I think if you are looking for things that are not in stock anymore, no longer in production, or a classic style that is definitely all over the pre-loved market, then go that route because you can save a ton of money and you can buy pieces that are really hard to find, but certain pieces that are more rare, you will be paying a bigger price tag on. So it really depends on what you're looking for. Like for example, my Chanel DeVille, I got that one for $3,000 and I think I saw it on a pre-loved site for $4,000. Doesn't really make sense to me, I don't know, but there are times when buying brand new at the store is less than the resale value. Thoughts on Bottega Veneta cassette bag? Thinking of buying it, but leather is delicate. I mean, I've only worn mine a couple of times before I had to just start staying home, but I mean, I never felt like it was too delicate. Bottega usually has really amazing quality when it comes to leathers, but I understand that it might seem more delicate compared to their other styles with the weaving, but I personally haven't had to worry too much about it. Okay, next one is, are YSL bags a good investment? YSL comes out with so many different styles every single year, and they have tons of bags that actually end up on sites that have sales and discounts like Saks or Farfetch. So I definitely recommend buying YSL through those methods where you can get a discount code. You know, I've had YSL bags in the past that I ended up letting go, but that's just because my style was changing and I kind of understood better what I wanted out of a bag, and my thought process was just kind of a little bit more extensive over time to just genuinely make better purchases. For YSL, I definitely recommend checking out sites because a lot do end up going on sale and you can get them for a lower price compared to retail. What is my thought process on buying a bag? I actually did a video all about this, so I'm gonna link it up here. I talk about the things I take into consideration, my research, how to get from point A, which is seeing the bag and noticing it, to point B, which is buying it or not buying it. Thoughts on Chanel mini, rectangle, or square? Definitely rectangle, because I feel like it stays a little bit more true to the classic flap silhouette, and I just think it looks a lot cuter, but that's just my personal preference. And I'm not sure if the square can fit my phone, so that's just another factor. If I had to choose one bag among all the bags you have, which one would it be? To be honest, I don't know. I don't have an answer for this question. I would like to skip this question. How do you take care of your bags and prevent scratches when you use them? I've never had to be like too overly cautious with my bags, and they've all held up pretty well. I don't do any treatments or anything. I just try and be really aware of my surroundings and make sure I don't set them on any dirty surfaces. I don't take them out when it's raining. So yeah, that's just pretty much it. I don't really think too much about it, but if you need to like get your bag treated, you can bring it back to the boutique if you bought it from there, or if it was pre-loved, you might have to take it to a leather specialist and they should be able to do something with it. Obviously, they're going to analyze the bag before they tell you if they can take it or not. They're very aware of like what their abilities are when it comes to restoring bags or cleaning bags. Loewe puzzle bag or Celine belt bag? Puzzle bag for sure. I sold my Celine belt bag because I wasn't really using it that much anymore, so yeah, definitely puzzle bag, because I think it's just such a unique style and it actually fits a lot. Need the name of the YSL, please. This is the bag that was in the photo when I posted the Q&A, and as you can see, it's a little bit more of a cream color. I love that gold hardware, as you guys know from the video. This is the Lulu shoulder bag in a small, and I think it's absolutely adorable. It's really light and it fits a good amount of stuff. I do think that I actually like this a lot better than my YSL Sunset bag. I feel like I couldn't fit as much, so this one has a little bit more room. Really happy to add this into my collection. What is a deal breaker for you when buying a new bag? Probably if it's not comfortable to wear. It used to be if it doesn't fit my phone, but I have like 2 bags that don't fit my phone, so I can't really say that anymore. But probably just like comfort wise, if it's uncomfortable to wear, I'm not having it. How do you feel about Gucci bags? I have had a couple of Gucci bags. You'll see when I talk about them in my bags I've sold in Y video. I don't know, I'm not really like gravitating towards it anymore. And I had a couple in the past, but I don't know, I just kind of fell out of love with them. Those have been sold, and yeah, I just haven't really seen a Gucci bag right now that I'm really into. So what is going to be your next Chanel purchase? I really want to add a reissue into my collection, but I am waiting to sell my boy bag. Yes, my boy bag is going up for sale, and it is my very first Chanel too, from Paris. So there is a sentimental value to it, but I just really don't reach for it anymore, and I feel like I just got it in too big of a size. So we're gonna see if that can find a new home. Then maybe I'll add a reissue to my collection. I've been browsing pre-loved sites, so I've just been keeping my eyes open, but haven't pulled the trigger yet. Do you leave your bags out just for pictures and then actually store them in dust bags? No, they're just out. So I keep them out of direct sunlight and I dust every single day. And I also rotate between my bags pretty often. I do keep stuffing in them, shapers, so that they don't lose their form. Do you prefer a style that works for you in multiple colors, or try new styles in the same color? I mean, from my collection, definitely love different styles in the same few colors. Like my bags are all either white, black, or brown. I do think that having different styles is a great way to switch up the style but still stick to my neutral color palette. I have tried getting like the same bag in different colors, and I ended up selling all the other colors except for one, which was black. So I had the Celine Trio. First one was red, and then I got it in black, and then I sold the red one, and then I bought the burgundy one, and then I never reached for the burgundy one, so I ended up selling that, and I just have the black one now. For me personally, I think I just go for the style first and then color. So having all these different styles is a better way for me to just really switch things up with my wardrobe, because I wear the same few things, but then the bags I kind of swap around with. Do you have any tips for storing long-term? It depends how long-term you're talking about, but if you are going to like put something away, definitely put stuffing inside, do a dust bag, put it in a box just so it doesn't get squished, and it should be okay. With your bag collection, how it is now, do you think about investing more in an SLG collection? Not really, just because, I mean, I have a couple of different card holders and stuff that I rotate between, but I never wanted too many small little things because then I'm not really using it. I probably wouldn't swap between SLGs as much as I do bags. So for me, it's always just kind of been in the back of my mind. I think once I get like a good small zippy wallet, I'm good. I'm actually on the hunt for like a longer wallet, like a bigger one, but I don't think I need multiples of those things. What's a good work bag? My personal favorites would probably be the Cillian Sangle Sew because of that thicker strap. You can kind of put a lot into it and have it not dig into your shoulder as much. So that was a really good one. And then the Book Tote is one of my favorites as well, but it won't be as comfortable on your shoulder. It will fit a ton, but yeah, those are just my two recommendations in terms of totes. The DeVille bag though is a great option if you want to swap between carrying it on your shoulder or the crook of your arm, and it does fit a lot. And with a shaper, I think it could be a great little tote bag and you can travel with it too. Where do you normally check for pre-owned bags? Personally, I've shopped with The RealReal and StockX, but other sites that I browse are Fashionphile, Vestiaire, and Rebag. Personally, haven't bought anything from those last three, but I do browse them often, and that's usually where I also round up my pre-loved bag finds on the blog. If you are interested in checking out what I've come across, I will have that link down below and also right here. May I ask what size is this Loewe bag? So this is the large size basket bag and it can fit a lot. I think I'm gonna get a liner for it just because I feel like I'm gonna poke myself with the weaving. That is the large, and they also come in other sizes as well. Any advice when purchasing vintage or pre-loved online without seeing it? So I answered this on Instagram, but inspect your photos really, really closely. And then when you get the bag, just really look over it, every single thing, and compare it to the photos. Keep all the tags on, because once you remove all the tags, then they're gonna be like, we can't accept it, you've already removed the tags. So I think it's important for you to just really do your research before purchasing it, and then be very, very diligent about the bag and its details once you do have it. And if there are any indiscrepancies between the photos and the bag that you got, you can just like email them and be like, hey, this doesn't look anything like it, like I want a refund. Because a lot of these sites do say no refunds accepted, but if you look at the fine print, a lot of sites will say that if there is an issue or questions about authenticity, then you can reach out to them. Saving for my first Chanel and want the mini rectangular, lambskin or caviar. Caviar is gonna be a lot more durable. Personally would recommend caviar for sure. What's in your handbag when you're traveling to another country? Oh, I miss traveling. Probably wipes, disinfectant, snacks, charger. I think I did a video on this. I might link it. Did I do this? I think I did. How do you save up for bags? Also, how do you take care of them? So I actually did a video already on how I save up for bags. It's kind of like a how I save in general kind of thing. I made little lifestyle changes that helped me reach my savings goals. And it's from not getting distracted by smaller purchases that I didn't really want or think through. So I will link that video up here in case anyone wants to find out, and it'll also be down below in case anyone wants to watch it after. But taking care of the bags, I don't know. I don't do anything extra. Like I don't go out of my way, but I'm just a super mindful person. I'm really careful with them when I take them out, but I'm not like overly cautious with it. I think it's just been a habit I've developed over the years, and everything's been good. And yeah, that's it. Sorry if that doesn't help much, but I try not to think about it. I don't stress about them too much. I'm just mindful when I do take them out, and also never taking out my bags when it's raining. Does your buying decisions include resale value? To an extent, it does, but I also don't buy a bag with the intent of selling it. I think it's important to just take care of your bag so that you can get the best value out of it if you do outgrow that piece. So I definitely just recommend taking good care of your bags, but also just purchase pieces that you think that you'll get a lot of use out of, because that's how you're just gonna get the best value for what you're spending. Should I get other color bags? 95% of my bags are black since it always looks the best. I mean, for me, for the longest time, I was always just black bags, that's it. But then I started venturing towards neutrals and I really love the way it looks. But then again, that's because I have a neutral palette in terms of my wardrobe. So I did want to switch things up and I really, really love it. If you can't go into color, white, browns, I really love all of those colors for bags, and I think they're also really classic as well. What do you think will happen to the price of bags after the pandemic? I don't know, but I don't think there's gonna be a discount anytime soon. I think the whole industry as a whole is just going to shift into probably like not producing as much. I know Saint Laurent released a statement that they are not going to be sticking to the usual fashion show schedule. And I think it's a great time for fashion to kind of just reassess, because there has been so much fast fashion happening, dead stock. So really important that things shift after this. I don't think there's going to be a huge sale at like Louis Vuitton or Chanel anytime soon, but there might be sales on the Preloved sites, so keep an eye on those. Have you used Tradesy? If so, do you recommend the site or prefer RealReal and StockX? I haven't used Tradesy, so I can only vouch for RealReal and StockX because that's where I've had my personal experience. I've looked at it, but I just never felt the need to pull the trigger on anything on that site. I noticed many pre-loved bags are the same price as retail. What am I doing wrong? There will be cases where bags that are sold out of a boutique are priced higher when they're relisted on pre-loved sites because there was either a demand for it or it's rare and hard to find. And usually if something starts to sell at a higher price point, after that trend kind of just continues. So make sure that you are looking at a bunch of different sites to compare. And this is kind of why I really love StockX, because it shows you all the previous prices so that you know you're in the ballpark of what everyone else is paying. I have noticed that there are some sites that have inconsistencies, that they're listing the retail price as a lot higher than what it actually is. So it's just really important to do your research and always try and figure out from the boutique what the actual price is so that you don't get ripped off. Thoughts on the Gucci Marmont line? Is it outdated? I don't know if it's outdated, but it's just not for me. So I've never added anything from that line to my collection in terms of bags. And I sold all of my Gucci belts just because I was just never really reaching for it. And I'm also just not that much of a belt person, I noticed. So those ended up getting let go, and yeah. Chain straps versus leather straps. So a chain strap is going to be a little bit dressier, in my opinion. Leather straps are a little bit more casual, but you do need to consider the weight of the bag, what you're going to put in it, because that chain is going to dig into your shoulder. So it's going to be a little bit more uncomfortable. So that's just something to consider and whether or not you want to go with chain or leather for a bag strap. What makes a bag worth the money for you? The amount of use that I can get out of it, the quality of the leather, how well it's made. Those are all things that really help me kind of curate my collection. I mean, I don't want to say that I have a small collection because I don't think it's small, but I don't think it's the biggest one out there either. I just genuinely love how I've curated it and how I've collected all these different styles and different colors, and really excited to show you guys the updated bag collection video, because I'm looking at my 2019 bag collection video and I realize like it's so different now too. Okay, I think that's actually pretty much it. That was pretty good. We answered a good amount of questions and the sun kept up with us over here, so that's good. I am going to be working on that video, sharing with you guys first designer bag recommendations, my updated bag collection video, bags I've sold and why, and someone asked me before to do a shoe collection. I don't have all of them out. Some of them are just tucked away, so maybe I'll do a roundup of the ones that I do have out here. And I will show you guys the updated Cloffice. If you guys follow me on TikTok, then you've already caught a glimpse of it. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for today. In case you guys have any more specific requests in terms of handbag type videos, please let me know in the comments down below. Get to working on it. And yeah, that's all. Thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, your love and support mean the world to me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.